gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to I don't want no fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path, if you want it bad. I'm gonna show you where it's at, yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done, I'll be number one. Working hella hard until I get just what I want, yeah. Rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooters gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I won, yeah. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. Grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win, yeah. She says that she loves me, she just wants to fuck me. Got me feeling something, got me feeling nothing. Alcoholic junkie, says she thinks I'm funny. Think I might get lucky, spending too much money. She says she wants my necklace, put her on the guest list. Hope I don't regret this, hope I don't regret this. I'm feeling hella reckless, cashing all my checks rich. Hickeys on my neck, shit, she's on the offensive. I do not know my set list, still I'm gonna get lit. Yeah, I have a death wish, live until I'm breathless. I'ma stay progressive, she gon' stay obsessive. Life is so expensive, do everything excessive. I think my brain's defective, yeah. Can't think when she's aggressive, yeah. She snuck into my section, yeah. You think I'd learn my lesson, yeah. And we ain't getting no sleep. These girls don't even know me. Like Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me, yeah. And we ain't getting no sleep. These girls don't even know me. Like Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me. Cause we ain't getting no sleep, yeah. No, we ain't getting no sleep, yeah. She's sitting up in the front of the class, using that ass, she gonna pass. Keeping her pad and her pen in her lap. She been so bad with the men in her past. Now she just want the professor so bad. I'll give her lessons that she never had, like taking a freshman and teaching her math. I'll keep her guessing until she a grad. She always leaves them guessing, they don't know what's next, man. Learned it from the best, man. She loving every lesson, with hands-on sessions, points for attendance. She asks a lot of questions, I answer with my presence. I sit back while I'm texting, said she wants to get in, said she'll bring her best friend. Know what happened next, man, you know what happened next, man. Treat her like a guest, man, rolling out the best, man. She had a confession, yeah. She wanna stay for a minute, she wanna play for a minute, she wanna slay for a minute, and now I'm all up in it. I'll be back in a minute, I'll be back in a minute, make a track in a minute, and now I'm all up in it. No sleep, these girls don't even know me. Like Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me, yeah. And we ain't getting no sleep. These girls don't even know me. Like Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me. Cause we ain't getting no sleep. Yeah, no, we ain't getting no sleep. Yeah, no sleep. Yeah, she's got some nice long hair, and you know that she's a bad chick. All the boys stare, can't help it, it's a habit. Clothes that she wears, short skirt and a jacket. I just wanna get her all alone on a mattress. I just wanna have it, I just gotta have it. Rumors all around say her body is fantastic. All natural, not a piece of fur is plastic. Head to her toes, yeah, they say that she's a latch. Yeah, the whispers all around say she has a reputation. Don't believe it till I see it, so I want a demonstration. And I've always learned it better with a hands-on education. So I need a private session, if you get what I am saying. And they say that she's not easy, no, she's really complicated. But that only makes it better, and it's got me so fixated. And I'm not the type to wait around, I've never hesitated. But she's got me captivated, so the game, I'm gonna play it, yeah. She got a body like a coaxin'. She likes to keep the party going. Rumors got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me. She's got a body like a coaxin'. She likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me. I heard you look good when you're undressed. I heard you like to get away. I heard you like to stay out late. I heard you had a couple boyfriends. I heard they didn't treat you right. I heard you're hated by your girlfriends, cause all the guys want you tonight. Yeah, they say she's too hot, they say she's too cold. Where she came from, nobody really knows. They say she looks young, but say she acts old. From everything I've heard, she gets out of control. And all the boys say she was sent from the heavens, but I'm not too sure that this girl is a blessing. She's got the devil's eyes and they'll cut you like a weapon. She's stuck in my mind like a bad obsession. Got bad intentions. She got a body like a coaxin'. She likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me. She's got a body like a coaxin'. She likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me. Growing up in Cali, yeah, you know I love the weather. Limelight hit 'em and you know I handle pressure. I do what I want, so I'm never saying never. I get what I want, so they call me go-getter. Yeah, I know he does it good, but you know I do it better. So misunderstood, if she wanted then I let her. Everybody knows if I want her then I get her. She gave me that look, yeah, she knows she thinks I'm clever. I don't think I do it good, no, I think I do it great. They would do it if they could, they can't do it so they hate. Everybody wanna look, but nobody wanna play. Stealing eyes like a crook while I put it on display. I don't do it by the book, no, I do my own thing. That's why every single hook got them singing like me. And I ain't in any rush, cause I'm finally getting paid. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. Let's go. Catch me at the top, sipping shots of Patron. I will never stop till the road is my home. I'm about to pop, everybody's gonna know. When the beat drops, they be yelling B-ho. Girls in crop tops, drop tops at our shows. Mini skirts rock, got us all like whoa. All the pretty ladies lined up front row. Driving me crazy, I just wanna take them home. Got it on lock, yeah, you could call me pro. Parties on the blocks, make sure the girls know. Now it's getting hot up in here, oh no. Think Nelly had it right, better take off all your clothes. Future's looking bright, now I'm finally in the zone. 3 years of my life, I committed to the growth. Soldier boy, tell him #1 ringtone. I'm the reason people texting, cause they're blowing up your phone. I don't think I do it good, no, I think I do it great. They would do it if they could, they can't do it so they hate. Everybody wanna look, but nobody wanna play. Stealing eyes like a crook while I put it on display. I don't do it by the book, no, I do my own thing. That's why every single hook got them singing like me. And I ain't in any rush, cause I'm finally getting paid. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. Yeah, I spit raps like a heart attack. Fast, fatal, hard impact. Past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and packs. I back up my actions. Fact, don't ask, grab reactions. Jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused. Call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now. Y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're just freaked out. Get ready for defeat now. I'm gonna make you bleed out. Listen on repeat now and weed out all the weak now. Get up and make a change. Don't remember yesterday. If you got something to say, speak your mind before your grave. Cause your life is yours to save. Ain't nobody gonna change. Everybody stays the same. So be different, make a name,
like a soldier, I keep on moving forward. Always getting closer. I march until it's over. And just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward. Always getting closer. I march until it's over. And just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward. Always getting closer. I march until it's over. And just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward. Always getting closer. I march until it's over.
It's ridiculous, I'm spitting this meticulous and limitless, while others out there spitting shit got hits up on the charts and shit. I see why other artists quit, cause people don't reward good shit. They love to hate but hate to live. Society you swing and miss, and honestly I get it. Promise me you won't regret it. Wasting energy, forget it. Don't look back, go on and get it. Bite the bullet just a bit, bite your tongue and don't say shit. Make your actions hard to miss, be a legend not a myth. It's obnoxious that I'm conscious, rapping honest as promise. Try to harness, as an artist stay modest. It's a long quest, I will not quit till 10,000 people going off when I drop this. I gotta make it now, swear to God I'm breaking out. Swear to God I'll take a bow, stand the stage with the crowd, cause I got it figured out. I'm just honest and I'm loud, saying modest but I'm proud. No, I never had a doubt,
just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward, always getting closer. I'm marching till it's over, and just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward, always getting closer. I'm marching till it's over, and just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward, always getting closer. I'm marching till it's over, and just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward, always getting closer. I'm marching till it's over, and just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward, always getting closer. I'm marching till it's over, and just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward, always getting closer. I'm marching till it's over.
Yeah. Unknown Brame, Marvin Divine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games, yeah. I know that I found somebody else to love every day, yeah. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side, no. You did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye. So now I gotta say
Yeah, my life is lovely now, I'm focused on me. You said you were about to die, I guess the car is on E. But see, I ain't even tripping, cause I just chose to believe that somebody gon' come around and give me just what I need. I don't wanna see you frowning, see you looking down and out. Coming to me crying, saying you miss having me around. Gave you chances and you blew it, you so easily influenced. All the times you told me beat it, now you gotta face the music, I'm saying.
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games, yeah. I know that I found somebody else to love every day, yeah. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side, no. You did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye. in my head again. You had your heart set on me, but these feels, they come and go, and they come so easily. Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget, but you're breaking down my walls again just to set me free. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. Until I broke the rules, my life destroyed. My life destroyed. Until I woke awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? Superhero. You're a superhero.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. To the sea for a getaway, car top down, and we're driving just to feel young. Moving away to the sea, moving away, can't you see? Sand in your feet, feel the breeze in the summertime. Stars in the sky, one dime for the first time. Moving away to the sea, moving away, can't you see? We'll drink honey by the ocean, it's our favorite potion. Come on baby, let me tell you one time that our days will never end, yeah. No, our days will never end, yeah. No. Come on baby, let me tell you one time that our fire got a love it till you never break apart. And we moving away to the sea, moving away, can't you see? There won't be one more off your seat, clap your hands to the beat, grab your champagne glass tonight. We toast to freedom in the Caribbean, yeah, in the Caribbean, yeah. Dan, 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 smoke, 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 fire it up, let our lanterns paint the night sky red, paint the night sky red, yeah, yeah. We'll drink honey by the ocean, it's our favorite potion. Come on baby, let me tell you one time that our days will never end, yeah. No, our days will never end, yeah. No, come on baby, let me tell you one time that our fire got a love with you, never break apart. We're moving away to the sea, moving away, can't you see? There won't be one more time, so we gonna do this tonight. There won't be one more time, so we gonna do this tonight. There won't be one more time, so we gonna do this tonight. There won't be one more time, so we gonna do this tonight. But it's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
All day and all night, we'd stay up, it felt so right. We were so young, we were so dumb. We would get drunk and then hook up. We were okay, we were alright, staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us, like a good drug, never run off.
We hook up in my car, driving so far, play your guitar, you'd show me your art, let down our guards, think with our hearts, stare at the stars, we were never apart, drinking too young, way too much fun, out in the sun, open when it's gone, took you to prom, dance to our song, dance all night long till the lights come on.
It's too late now, I remember everything, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be. Nights, long fights, it felt right, we were alive. We would go out, we were so loud, we were so proud, we had no doubts. Weekends and weekdays, we'd spend our own way. We were careless, we were fearless, we were reckless, time was precious.
We loved to waste time, whiskey and wine, drinking all night, asleep by your side. Finally alive, we would just drive, never arrive. Our journey was live, staying out late, testing our fate, running away. We live for today, young and so bold, never get old. Screw what we're told, we can't be controlled.
Careless we got, it's too late now. I
It's too late now, I remember everything, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be. Yeah, everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes, but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home, on my own, in the zone. That's the only way I know, feeling low, about to blow back up. Here I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off best friends. I don't really understand myself, I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold. Break down, always feel like I could break now, but I never let it take me to that place now. I won't ever let my thoughts get away now. I got better things to do, picking fate now. I just wanna be the best, call me great now. I don't know if I'm okay or insane now. I remember better days on the playground, hoping I can find my way even when I'm feeling down. I fight, even when I don't know what is right. I'ma pick a side, and I'ma take pride. I will decide my fate, and I will never let them tell me who I am. If you try to shake me, I'll be damned. Planet on the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold. Yeah, I don't believe in destiny, I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me, you ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know, better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes. Call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love. Still gonna die for what I love. Still gonna try, I won't give up. Still gonna fight until I've won. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left. And I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret. Cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win. I won't stop till the end, no. Some injuries, mentally and physically. Studied them religiously so I don't repeat history. And people won't admit to me they don't want a victory. Bad enough to get a C, they'd rather just go leave it be. And oh, this journey I've been on since 13. Working hard and learning, never stopping searching.
Because they replaced the Abaddon with a walk, the hill in laning phase. You have it more team fight now, but it's still the Axe Willow lane that they played into.
And I mean, the Oracle versus Warlock is obviously great. You can get rid of those fatal bonds. Also pretty good against the Willow before Shard, because those brambles you'll not see that, or well, the Cursed Crown will just be off. So I really like this pickup for Liquid. Doesn't mean that they have to for their Snapfire.
And there's the Leshrac pick.
Of course.
There we go.
It's really nice with the Slardar. You have an easy follow-up stun. Great with Oracle, the same way you play a Death Prophet. Keep him alive. Allow Lesh to be present inside the fight. But the Edict benefits insanely well from the minus armor too. So
I just like the fact that Smashers did cover themselves loosely with this PA pick, a hero that thrives at catching the backlines, and Leshrac is a hero that isn't innately tanky. He needs to buy these armor items to play, and you kind of want to greed it out with like the Bloodstone, the Yul's Boot. So it's kind of fourth item that you look towards, maybe the plate mail, Shivas, etc. So PA does do well in this idea, and I think that's a nice kind of forward-thinking pick of they probably will Leshrac at least.
Yeah.
But a lot of greed right now. Like Axe has to win the lane. PA has to do well, and I think this Leshrac, as long as there isn't like some hard counter to come into play, he's gonna have a good time mid, and that kind of map pressure that Liquid can apply is going to be prominent.
I'm surprised to see the Tidehunter getting banned out here by Hellbear Smashers. I feel like we're under the assumption that we're still looking for a Mickey hero, depending on who's playing Lesh, because I know that there's multiple targets.
Well, that's
for
not like Mickey can play the Slug.
Exactly, yeah. And with this type of lineup.
So you still wanted to get rid of the Tidehunter then if you're Hellbear Smashers, why?
Yeah, because I think that the main thing here is you want to have PA right now is the one who needs to have the good lane. Like if you play into a Slardar, you have the blink, you have the evasion to deal with the right click damage, and you have Warlock to secure your lane. It's about the PA's timing, and that stops this Leshrac, who should have a good time mid, from having a good game. And I kind of like this kind of forward thinking, simply because imagine if Liquid do run this carry Slardar, you unlock a quick Roshan, now you're playing into like a 15-20 minute timing of Lesh with Aegis, a blinking Slardar, whilst trying to catch the backlines. It's a lot of pressure.
Quick change of topic. Have we ever seen Blitz sit in a chair normally?
No, I don't think he does that.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
This is basically his
that's how you sit in a chair.
Excellent posture.
Not really. I'd hope he doesn't sit like that whilst playing. A bit too relaxed.
And a bit too crooked, because it's like it will be hurting your shoulders if you sit like that too long. But for now, it's nice. You know, it's chill. He's relaxed. We got Queen of Pain as the final ban coming out from Team Liquid.
I'm surprised that Liquid banned Viper. You
should read into these bans though, because like when you pick Sumails here in this position, these two bans are like your buddy. What do you want us to ban? So if you ever play against Liquid, you don't play against Leshrac, maybe Viper Copper, the two ones to have a look at. They ban out the Tide, ban out the Razor. Smashers do have last pick to give Storm ultimately the best game possible.
Monkey King.
Wow.
Ooh, they were telegraphing it with the monkey sounds during the draft.
That's true. They were actually.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then this is why the Viper ban actually has a little bit more kind of notoriety here.
And I like this from Liquid, but Hellbear Smashers, their bans just protect their win condition, which is PA.
Okay, you
Now
know
it's
what?
about what matchup Stormer wants.
What's interesting here is the main nerf to Monkey King was the Ags not going Roshan, and that's why we haven't seen it picked at all. But because of the Slaughter,
Yeah.
it kind of bridges that nerf and it kind of becomes a normal hero once again because you can easily take that Roshan. So I kind of like how Liquid got to their final point of the draft where they've enabled Lesh with the Oracle, the Monkey that is near unpicked in DPC, covered by the Slaughter. So yeah, that's one there. But Stormer, you have last pick in the draft.
I think he plays Storm, right? It makes their draft.
For sure, yeah.
The trouble I have with the lineup then is that it's going to take a long time to come online, and there's no natural like huge power
Wind runner.
spike.
If it's Stormer right now, he's like, give me the wind.
I mean,
Wouldn't be bad actually.
It wouldn't be terrible.
Wouldn't be terrible.
He went through a phase. He went through that Wii phase. You know, like every team has that moment where like the Wii Har effect, where you love one hero and you only want to play one hero. Storm went through his Windrunner phase end of season 1, so maybe that could have resurfaced.
Nope. It will be Zeus.
Okay. I like that a lot. That's a pretty good matchup against the Lesh. In addition, it's a ton of burst for the
Monkey
backline
King
supports.
counter.
They needed some spread damage. Like you can't have 2 incredibly single target cores.
I think my main fear for Smashers though is their draft looks pretty good on the idea of 1-for-1 matchups, but the big team fight, they don't have that simple front line. We don't have the Vanguard buy that stands. Axe is a reinitiator, Warlock plays behind, PA can frontline when BKB. So that's a pretty early, 20-minute window where Liquid can just get the ball rolling.
They don't have any real save either. Like Razmus is going to need a very solid Axe, like a Seb level TI finals performance, because otherwise his 2 supports, they just feed to the Liquid
Their
lineup.
save is like, if they jump someone, we throw every single spell on that spot, and then hopefully they die. And I like the idea of it. It's very skirmishing and aggressive. That's how they've won their single games that they've had in the 3 series that they've unfortunately not been able to win. But
will they win this time around? Will this be a game they'll take?
I think Liquid's draft, it just ticks so many boxes. Sumail Leshrak has played so well, covered by the Oracle. The Monkey King's good against the Axe, covered by the Slaughter for Roshan. I like what Liquid has.
You got to go even in lanes and then have a pretty decisive advantage eked out before Liquid have BKB. Because once they triple BKB, like Zeus...
PA has to then have like a 2-item advantage with that BKB timing. Okay. But yeah, it's going to be a fun game. No, it's
Liquid favored.
Liquid favored, but fun game.
Yeah.
You got Zeus PA. Imagine this goes late, going high ground. Dagger, bolt,
Love
bolt,
it.
bolt. Oh.
I know. I will love that too. We're going to head over to Moxie and Purge.
Well, it definitely sounds like a fun game indeed. Daggers, bolts, everything. But the whole question comes down to, that laning stage, Purge.
Yeah, laning stage is going to be a big deal. Axe has been a pretty strong offlaner, especially for Hellbear Smashers. Vanguard is very buff. It's basically strong on Centaur and Axe because Vanguard is strong, and their heroes just need tankiness to farm and do damage because of the way their passives work. It just naturally kills creeps. So one thing that Liquid's doing to offset this is Monkey King, who's going to run right into the enemy team.
Mickey just wants to, show some dominance here, play with their mind. So he's not afraid of anything.
And he's going to go high ground. Here we go.
Yeah, Cookie hop forward here, coming out from Koifa with a nice crush over on the back line. So Stormer trying to do some damage. They've got the Fatal Bounds down. Ace is sitting very, very low here. And it's going to be Sumail who falls first, followed by Ace. Koifa now is running for his life with those Fatal Bonds and whatnot. Not going to be able to keep alive during all of that.
I mean, it was a little... Yeah, it's kind of how I feel too, Tofu. They actually just saw the whole enemy team there, and they just walked high ground into him. They're like, yeah, this will be okay. And it looked good at first, right? They did a cookie stun on multiple heroes. Boundless Strike hit like 4 people, and the stun duration just got buffed. And then they hit him with Leshrak stun as well. It was like 3 or 4 stuns in a row. But they actually still didn't kill the PA because they were attacking low ground to high ground. Right-click damage is a huge aspect of the early game, and they just missed too much. So they got first blooded. Not looking great for the start for Liquid, but it's fine. First blood.
It definitely took quite a bit to take down that PA, but eventually falling. But again, a reset here. Everyone's headed to their lanes. Haven't really missed too much other than those couple kills. So anyone's
some TPs. Yeah, they do bring magic sticks out for the safe lane on the Liquid side. This is one thing I really liked about their draft. They picked Oracle after the Axe. One of the nice things about Axe is that he casts Battle Hunger on your supports and basically works them down with help from his other support. But with Fortune's End, they can dispel this. It's going to take away a lot of... See, there it is instantly. They just dispel the Battle Hunger as soon as it comes out. So it will prevent Insania from using his nuke offensively, but it is going to make sure that they don't take too much damage. And Monkey King usually does good against melee heroes anyways. Just
a little bit of skirmishing down here in this bottom lane. give some nice setup, but of course you can see how carefully that they're playing, making sure that Tofu's not too far forward, but he is getting those clicks off. And Koifa being tanky up here, just gonna try to harass the best that he can. A cookie hop coming out from Taiga will be able to put a little damage on Ace, but he seems not too bothered with it.
Yeah, just save some of Koifa's life when he gets pressured like that. So, and then now that Tofu is level 2, he's got Sage's Mask, he's probably got his Ring of Basilis coming. No, he actually buys more regen actually. But either way, he'll be able to guarantee that Ace has a pretty good laning stage. And PA should be semi-okay against Slardar anyways.
Is it a situation where you would have liked to see him pick up the Basilis earlier instead of going for that extra regen?
No, it's fine to get the extra salves, honestly. Like, I think they're just trying to get past like the first couple levels. Like Basie is more common, but he just wants to make sure that Ace keeps his HP as full as possible. And look how much damage they can do between Cookie and Bash to the Deep and like Slither and Crush. That's a lot of damage. So if he just gets his PA past that point and then gets to like level 2 Shadow Ward, he should be able to offset all this harass. They're just trying to keep Ace in here, getting last hits. They know how dangerous this lane is.
Yes, and it is very, very important that he gets some good timings. We talked about that in the draft, about how important it is that, you know, they have the certain window that they have to play within. Otherwise, it starts to get very difficult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a dangerous thing that you have to be careful of. And it's good to buy extra regen, frankly. Might see Tofu die here, though.
Sitting very low. He has Fairy Fire, though. Oh, last click coming in from Taiga. Yeah, to collect. Ace now wants to get something for this, but does have to be a little bit careful because Koifa is nearby, and he is going to put the pressure down on Ace.
Ooh, Koifa messing up a little bit there. Briefly stopped moving. Thought he was ready to right-click, but his hero wasn't ready, so he stopped moving, and then he lost his opportunity to get his 4th hit in, which would have been a bash. So could have done a little bit more damage to him back to punish him there, but either way, good for Liquid. Lane's pretty even right now. Sumail and Zeus both farming like crazy. Neither person has bothered to deny a single creep yet, which is not very normal for mid laners. But I guess if both heroes are really good at nuking, it's kind of hard to deny every last hit.
I would be very impressed if they had a substantial amount of denies using those particular heroes. We got one. We got one over on the list track now. There we go.
They're basically just trying not to take damage because they both have lightning jump abilities. So every time that their opponent goes for a last hit, they could either try to deny or they could walk away from the creep wave. So it's just safer to not go for those denies and take extra damage.
I didn't think about the fact that you have lightning on lightning action here in the mid lane. We'll be interested to see. Oh, as Taiga gets another kill here over onto Tofu. Man, Ace is just getting very badly harassed here from this duo. And like you said, it is difficult for them down here on the side of Smashers to approach this creep wave with the stuns.
It's such a good dual lane too, because Lil Shredder is not surprising at all for try to pick, but it lowers armor, and all of Slaughter's damage does physical, including his nukes. So yeah, amplifies everything he does. So it makes it very easy to kill a hero like Warlock, who is slow and doesn't have that much armor in the lane stage. And Tofu has to walk back to lane, by the way. This is his 2nd death now, so a little bit rough for PA.
Definitely rough for Ace here, as he doesn't have anyone to protect him. He doesn't have anyone to leap to either if he wants to try to blink away. As Koifa's going for the dive here. They want this kill. They don't have the mana, though. They do get the stun off, though. And because of the fact that Tofu has to walk back, they can just run down this PA easily. What a statement, Koifa. My goodness.
Had to drag that one out there. Just hit us with the 1-2 really quick, like most players. Just really want us to feel that. Gotta get in their heads if you're winning the lane, though. I mean, killing PA, if you look at the rest of the draft for Hellbear, if your mid laner is a Zeus, Zeus can do carry-like attributes, but it's not the same as a lot of other semi-carry mid laners. I would say Leshrac is stronger as well. Here's the cookie initiation on Tofu. He did a great dodge there, but the hero is still really vulnerable. Look how much damage he's taken from those right clicks and the minus armor. It is just a lot to handle.
Yeah, I do think it definitely feels like a bit of a 4 protect 1 sort of strat coming out here from the Hellbear Smashers. And we do see that pretty often there with the Ace. Oh, top lane, though. They're trying to make some plays over here. Mickey gonna get held up here into that. Brambles does go for the dodge. Sania still waiting nearby. Rasmus, oh, the Zeus! The Zeus ulti. And, of course, the voice line. Stormstormer will happily secure that kill on Mickey.
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh man, that's a really good job dodging the nuke with Mischief. He would have died otherwise, but he was ready to use his wand, but as soon as he ticked below 225 health, that is when Zeus nailed him with the ulti. Zeus literally does 300 damage. It was buffed up a couple patches ago, semi-recently though, so yeah, the math is pretty easy at that point this early in the game, so he just took a look at it and boom, zapped him from the sky.
Gotta watch out for those sky zaps. Huh? Stormer walking back home here. Probably going to get some regen, pick up some items and whatnot. And Sumail's going to have a little bit of breathing room here in the mid lane. Still Stormer comes right back again, of course.
Level 7 on Zeus, normal skill build so far with the max arc lightning. This just allows you to farm really rapidly, kill small camps, kill creep waves, and then he'll transition later into Bolt when he actually does start ganking. For now, he'll be more than effective, but I think the scary thing about Zeus's game is he is going to get ran at a lot. Zeus is a hero that doesn't like when people are on top of him. So if Slardar gets on top of him, if Monkey King gets on top of him, if Leshrac gets on top of him, that's really dangerous for him.
We've got some nice spins here in the top lane, but Mickey's going to be just fine. The Vanguard is completed on Axe, of course, so things are going to get a little bit more difficult, but they do have a decent amount of magic nuke damage as well, so.
Axe got both of the kills in the early laning stage or something? Like before the lane started? Was it him that got them all? Because he's got 2 kills right now and an assist. And this Vanguard is really fast, guys. Like, it is really, really quick. He even moves over to stop Insania from stacking camps to accelerate either Leshrac or the Monkey King. So, I mean, he at this point, having Vanguard, he's already in the lane really good against Monkey King. Monkey King normally is a little bit scary as when you're playing off lane versus him, but with this fast Vanguard pickup and Monkey King's recent nerfs, it's not terrible. And it looks to me like Mickey's just going to basically dodge the lane a bit. He's going to max out Primal Spin right away because that way he can just farm still without having to contest the Axe. And we'll probably just see them kind of ignore each other if possible.
Is this a situation, like we said, you know, Mickey might just go off to the jungle, do his own thing. Do they want to rotate anyone up to kind of protect that tower? Or do you just kind of think, all right, well, it's an Axe, there's not too much to do. Bottom lane, actually, they'll hold that Thought Stormer making his way over. Sumail already here. Getting into position, is going to run into Stormer here. Gonna try to burn him down. They have the Lightning, Split Earth to follow. Gonna try to heal him up, and they can't do it fast enough, so they'll get that kill. The cookie up forward. Sumail just running down Tofu. Does have Ace on him, and the teleports are coming out here. They're trying to just keep Sumail alive, and they do manage it. Rasmus now is here, and they have the Fatal Bonds down. Sumail ticking down. He was gonna get dunked, though, by Rasmus. As they'll go right back in again. That little shredder, though. Oh, it feels so good if you're a Snapfire. Rasmus getting the call off. Gets that little bit of armor that doesn't have the dunk, though. Eventually, though, Taiga will fall. And Sumail says, I'll take that.
Yeah, Vanguard very effective for sure to block a lot of this damage, but Slardar just does so much physical, especially with the Corrosive Haze. Like, he just got absolutely blown up. So good fight there for Liquid. Rotated to the safe lane. They killed PA without PA getting a golden experience. Stormer died instantly on the Zeus as well. If you get it, like I said, if one of those heroes gets on top of you, you're gonna have a really bad time. And he doesn't have Lightning Bolt, but I don't think it would have protected him much here. He's just trying to get as much damage as possible before he dies. He doesn't even get a chance to ulti, though. He died so quick. Koifa in trouble, though.
Koifa turns right back around. Is he in trouble, though? I don't know. They managed to get the kill over on Ace. Koifa somehow still alive after all is said and done here. Trying to hide in the tree line. Eventually does get found by Tofu's Golem. Tofu sitting very low himself.
Another great trade for Liquid. Yeah, they lost their offlaner, but they killed the carry first.
And Sumail dives mid and grabs himself a kill here over on Gilgear. Rasmus, though, is getting into position. He's going to walk right into Sumail. Gonna go for the call, gets the taunt, the Split Earth, though, buying just a little bit of time so he doesn't get those spins that he's hoping for. He's just trying to duke him around. He's gonna go pick up that rune, start bottling through. He does have the battle hunger on him. Oh, at the last second, though.
He went for it. Rasmus tried to use a chop the last time he died, right before he died, to do some damage, which was a good play because it like almost got him a kill. But the problem was then when he runs into Sumail, which should have been an easy kill, like really easy kill, ended up being complicated. Like he should have just called him right here, battle hungered, and chopped within one spin. But he didn't have it, so he had to do this like elaborate chase him game. And Sumail's like, oh, I'm gonna outplay you because I am the king. And he's not wrong, but he messed up a little. He got watch he right clicked
right there.
Right here. He attacks and he got a spin.
He got a spin.
If he just didn't right click, he would have gotten the kill. That was actually so fun. Like that was a 20% chance for Misery to get that kill. And he got it. It was insane.
It always feels like the percentages are against us whenever you play a game, right? In that case, though, Rasmus has to be very, very happy. You can see that little smile at the end of that. He does die, but not before taking down the king first.
He got 400. Like that's a lot. That's gonna get him a really fast blink dagger here. 4-2-2 for Rasmus. He's like the one guy on Hellbear Smashers that's having a really solid game. So he's got to be the one that makes his team have action that's good for them. They need a blink dagger on him at a good speed. He'll have it, but can they find the right engagements? We'll see.
I feel like that's frequently how Rasmus ends up playing over here on Hellbear Smashers. Kisses will get tossed out as they have the Boundless over here in Stormstorm. It's a lot of damage. They try to save them, not going to be able to, though. It's long-range kisses from the other side of your screen that you can't even see. Too much damage.
That was so oppressive. What does he do? Like, he can't do anything to that. He got hit by a level 2 Boundless Strike, which did like 150 physical damage tops. And then it's just kisses. You're dead. Goodbye, Zeus. No mobility. They put a heal on him, but like he needed a Force Staff or a Glimmer or something. And it's so early into the game that it's just not feasible. So now they just keep punishing the 2 heroes that are really important. The PA and the Zeus. And yeah, again, Rasmus is having a really good game so far. But normally you just like are oppressive against the enemy carry. And he hasn't really done that much. Monkey King is still having a pretty good game.
My question to you is, now that, you know, Rasmus is going to have that Blink Dagger, who is the target, though? Because you have to go after, you know, this Oracle, right? And you don't have great solutions to jumping into those back lines right now.
Good point, yeah. If he does grab an important core like Leshrac has the Yules to defend himself, and Oracle's going to sit behind him. So it's complicated, absolutely. Not going to be easy for him to take fights here.
The bloodthirstiness coming out here over on the back lines. Koifu will take down Gilgir very quickly. Brambles get tossed out. They're trying to get the Terrorize off, but it's just not enough here. Courier went down. Gilgir also to fall.
This is the weird thing about picking Zeus against Oracle is that if they do focus one of your guys, you don't even have to use False Promise. You just put Fate's Edict on somebody, and they just don't die to magic damage. So they're going to smoke and go take an engagement here, but not too many ultis burn by Liquid. In fact, they've got time, 10 seconds to kisses.
Smoke on smoke. Koifa backing off.
I don't know, because Blur is keeping PA invisible. Really nice for Ace to play the frontliner.
I'm sure they have a feeling, though. As you can see already, they're making the wrap around. It's very effective. They'll pick up the bounty rune. We've got the hood completed now for Leshrac. And look at this Sumail. He's hungry. He wants Ace. Teleports are coming out, though. The immediate jump forward, though, coming out from Rasmus, but they have to be careful to go. They drop the rock over on the back lines. They'll be able to blow up Insania before he can get many of his spells off. Cookie hop forward over on the back lines, though. They'll get Tofu. They'll get Ace as well. And now that Yule's buying Sumail just a little bit more time. The Boundless coming through. They get the kill on Rasmus. Gilgir running for his life. Sumail, though, he wants Stormer. And by God, they get a team wipe.
Huge plays there by Sumail. I mean, kind of dangerous at first because he again walked in not knowing that his opponents had vision, so they got to initiate. But like, we didn't see Oracle ulti. He got counter initiated on, but he put Fate's Edict on Leshrac, which bought him 3 seconds of basic invulnerability. And with this fast hood build, even after that runs out, he still tanked a lot of damage. Here he is again, walking in. He gets initiated on. He's taking a ton of Zeus damage. There's a Golem. There wasn't a Fatal Bonds, it doesn't look like, though. That was a pretty good catch, or at least not enough heroes in the group. But Taiga did a huge amount of damage. Oracle dies. Mickey comes to finish him off, and Sumail just runs him down at that point.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's like some of the best initiations that we're going to really see here coming out from the side of Hellbear Smashers, other than, you know, maybe the PA gets like a huge crit. But
or like a 2 or 3 man call would be ideal, basically. Catch Oracle plus whoever you want to kill.
It's going to be so hard, Purge. Like how Insanias isn't going to, I mean, if he does, it'll be a bit surprising because his positioning. People who play Oracle tend to have very good positioning at this level of Dota. They're not going to allow themselves to be sitting directly next to their core generally.
Yep, that's usually the case. When you play the hero a lot, you're going to be used to these patterns and where to stand. I would even say that him getting killed that easily was a little bit atypical, but the fight still worked out really good for them. Rasmus pressuring Taiga here. Just gonna leave. Just gonna say goodbye. TP's away.
That is another problem with their draft here too, is that they just don't have great catch beyond, you know, the initial initiation. Bottom lane.
Unless other heroes are nearby. Oh, little terrorized here, trying to keep him alive, but he ends up going down. It's a blink pressure from Quakefoot, basically. Blink stun combo. Leshrac runs at people. Does he have his Eternal Shroud coming? He does. We haven't seen this item too much in the last bits of DPC. It was built a lot in pubs right when it came out, and then people kind of realized, hey, it's not really that good. It's basically just a hood with spell lifesteal. But this game on Leshrac, who does a massive amount of magic damage, is pretty useful, especially because it's going to give him more mana pool in team fights. So Bloodstone generally is seen as better. Does very similar things, but it's just a lot more expensive. But yeah, it goes to the shroud this game. It'll be fun to see if it works out well.
All right, well, there it is, and the towers are just melting with this Leshrac being on the map. And look at this play already. Another smoke coming up. They're hungry. They're hoping they can find another pick off here. As they find Stormstormer, the blink initiation immediately just blown up as Taiga collects yet another kill. And this is going to open up the Roshan. Like we said before, you know, in the past, you know, Monkey King, not quite as popular because of the fact that he did get nerfed with that Axe. He can't just go and take Rosh, but, you know, you've got a Rosh enabler here. Got a couple, actually, although buyback coming out now from Stormstormer. They want to fight Rasmus, looking for this opening. Does manage to go and call down the monkey. They drop the rock over the back lines. Mickey will get blown up, but the Snapfire Kiss is coming forward. They'll find the kill over on 2. Gilgear and Tofu will both die.
Not terrible. They got a buyback out of that and kill the golem as well. Basically, when a monkey comes up, there's pretty much nothing that Hellbears can do to stop them. That was Zeus ult also. So they should be able to just buy a little time, maybe grab some mana and reset and take it again. But Monkey King did die pretty easily on the back line. They saw him jump onto the tree due to this nice ward. They used Call to pull him down, and then Zeus on the back line behind that just did a huge amount of damage. So he got destroyed. Lots of magic damage. And maybe Mickey gonna have to rethink his item build a bit here. It's going Maelstrom into Manta is what he's playing. There's the Call. Zeus gonna come from the side, just do a huge amount of damage here. Ends up getting killed. But on the other side, Sum runs in, cleans up the supports, basically makes the rest of the fight over. But if they kill Zeus again, he's gonna be dead for a long time, and his net worth is really struggling now. He's got 5,000 net worth. Sumail has almost 10.
Definitely feels a bit spooky here going out for Hellbear Smashers because they needed to be coming out on top of this laning before that Liquid really started to run away with it. And it definitely feels now with an 8k net worth lead. They also have the Aegis on Sumail now that things are getting a little bit more difficult. Although, Koifa? You gonna go for Rasmus? I guess he didn't see him. Didn't quite see him there. You have the ward, though.
But if Rasmus retreats, the ward's gonna spot him, actually. Okay, he saw where
he definitely saw him that time.
He spotted the Gilgir sitting behind, so he knows this can be too hard. But I like this lane ward. Pretty useful to spot some people coming to lane to get farm and that kind of thing. But Sumail almost, actually, he does have it coming. His BOTs are finished. So now he's got BOTs, Yules, and Eternal Shroud. His raw HP is a little low, but his next item is almost
Oh my god, Stormstormer. It's a dead god. That is a dead Zeus and a half. My goodness. Nice solo kill there from Koifa.
Koifa's doing such a good job fitting into this offlane role. Like, he's adapting so well. Like, he's getting solo kills. I feel like he's just in the mind of, like, the core for so long that, like, now he knows how to hunt them. And now his role is all about hunting or initiating. So it kind of, like, he just runs an ace as well here. And he's just creating so much space. Probably, yeah, he can't get the bash in time.
I'm gonna try to root Gilgear into place. Terrorize off. They're running kind of towards him, though, in this case. They'll follow up the Yules, and they'll just nuke down Gilgear.
Their map control is just overwhelming. 10k gold advantage now. The fact that they can get solo kills with just one hero just changes so much, because that means that everybody else on their team can go pressure other places in the lane. So, and every time they get a kill, it just gives them a lot of space to push out creep waves, to get farm, to get Monkey King to a place where he's just very tanky as well. And eventually he doesn't have to worry about the game.
The classic, you can't see me, I'm just going to burn your tower down from the tree line. Always a fun time when you're playing Leshrac.
Yep. Leshrac just gives you so much advantages here. You don't have to worry about your team fight composition. You just go stand near a tower, and the towers die, as long as your opponents can't react in time.
And Sumail is definitely being as active as possible around this map. Never staying in one place for too long, and finding kills wherever he seems to go. You can see that net worth difference here. It's difficult.
Here.
It's
like they saw Ace on the previous creep wave, and then they just run 3 heroes in, like, oh yeah, let's just kill him. And he anticipates this, of course, so he walked away from the creep wave and then has to go farm somewhere else. But even making him leave here, it's just slowing down his farm speed. He just got his first piece of his BKB, and he absolutely needs BKB to fight somebody like Leshrac.
Mm-hmm. And we do get the BKB completed now for Slardar too. This guy is already such a threat. Every time that he manages to run into someone, it seems like it results into a kill.
He's so tanky.
Here. How they decide to approach this next fight. They do have that double damage over on Sumail, and they're just going to invade the triangle. Immediately, Brambles will hold him in place. I'll just walk into another one too, you know, no big deal. Enjoying himself a nice rose garden.
Clearing him for the team, that's all.
Yeah.
You know.
He's a team player, that's Sumail. Top lane, ooh, Ace.
They canceled.
Yeah, they found themselves They find Rasmus over here instead, and they'll be able to do the Yule set up. Long range Snapfire kisses. Snapfire does not care. They plenty of damage as Sumail gets himself a kill on Rasmus, and he's just running down Stormstormer here with that lightning. He wants his monkey. Mickey coming in. They'll get a double kill now for Sumail.
That's Rasmus saving PA's life, genuine, or giving him a really good chance to live, because that was Sumail was going to TP right on top of PA. Rasmus interrupts it with the call, but he just gets punished. The Yules ends up catching Rasmus. The Blade Mail looks good on paper. It is pretty good against Leshrac, but Insanity did the obvious thing. He gave him magic immunity, so.
Koifa trying to 1v1 here with Ace. Not sure it's going to be enough because Mickey's here, though. No worries, Koifa. I will help you out, my friend, and we'll kill her together. But I'm going to get the last hit, says Mickey.
Sumail is still pressuring the tower. They're just doing everything all over the map. It's really, really good so far. Shards up for Gilger, so they do get more Bramble Mazes at least. But downside is that they just don't have an easy way to pressure right now. As long as Oracle sits behind Leshrac and gives him 100% spell or magical resistance, there's just no damage being reflected. The Zeus is completely nullified here. It makes me really question why they thought picking Zeus was a good idea, but there must have been something there that they felt the vision advantage or helps win side lanes or shuts down the Monkey King. It does do that, but against the Lesh with Oracle in a good position, it feels really hard.
Definitely see how difficult it feels, but they're going to try to go and poke their way through the jungle, set themselves up perhaps to get this middle tower. They are smoked up. Rasmus looking for a good pick off here. Careful. No one's really showing themselves too much. The scan does go out. Rasmus wants
they don't even have an easy way to push up the creep wave. So as long as Liquid just doesn't show, it's not that big of a deal. If the creep waves don't get on the tower, then Liquid just stays hidden and sits in their good positions while they read out smoke. So very difficult here for Hellbears to grab a kill or pressure the tower, at least until Ace gets BKB, and he's still struggling. 1,000 gold away.
Did get a Blink Dagger picked up now for Stormstormer, so he's going to try to have some better positioning this time around. It's so rough with what they've got going on. Look at this, Cement, just no fear at all. Knows that he's got his teammates behind him here. He's gonna get some of this damage. Long range Snapfire kisses. They just blow up Gilgear almost immediately as Rasmus running for his life. He's just taking too much damage as they're all on Koifa. He wants this. He wants to jump forward. He's got that BKB. He's a big old fish, and he's looking. Can he grab anyone in time? He's got his eyes on Rasmus. He's just gonna chase him down. Mickey, though, jumping backlines into this base here. Koifa, they go and they just blow up Stormstormer. They get the kill on Rasmus, and they just call GG. They've had enough of Liquid just running at their faces, Purge.
The game was genuinely over. It might have taken another 5 minutes or something like that, but it was very clear. Mortimer's Kisses felt like the most overpowered ultimate in the game there because of how difficult it was for them to run away from Liquid when they got ran at. They did not have enough frontliners. The Zeus could not defend himself. They killed PA enough in lane and in early rotations that Hellbear Smashers was just way too far behind. And it just felt clear that after they lost that early laning stage, that Zeus was not the right pick, and it didn't cover their bases enough, unfortunately. So amazing gameplay by Liquid, though. They won everything in this whole game.
It was very, very impressive, and of course,
Yeah, my life is lovely now, I'm focused on me. You said you were about to die, I guess the car is on E. But see, I ain't even tripping, cause I just chose to believe that somebody gon' come around and give me just what I need. I don't wanna see you finding, see you looking down and out. Coming to me crying, saying you miss having me around. Gave you chances and you blew it, you so easily influenced. All the times you told me beat it, now you gotta face the music, I'm saying.
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games, yeah. I know that I found somebody else to love me one day. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side, no. You did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye. So now I gotta say Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find a light in your soul, I'll be there. Never leaving you in the darkness, even when you're out of focus. I will be the light in your life, you'll see clear. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your heart-earned temptation, 'cause I know that you'll make it on your own. Baby, you can count on me now. When you're falling down, 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 I will find a light in your soul, I'll be there. Leaving you alone is the hardest, even when you're out of focus. I will be the light in your life, you'll see clear. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your heart-earned temptation, 'cause I know that you'll make it on your own. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your heart-earned temptation, 'cause I know that you'll make it on your own. Messing with my head again. You had your heart set on me. baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always, always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always, always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do
Team Liquid's turn to ban. Team ban. Team Liquid's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Game 2 of Team Liquid versus Hellbear Smashers coming your way here. DreamLeague Season 15 powered by Intel. It's the upper division of the Western European DPC League, and Hellbear Smashers have not got a single series win under their belts, but so far it hasn't looked too bad considering they've been able to take a game off of every opponent so far. But can they do that this time around? Because that first game, whew, that was not close.
No.
And we are about to find out if they can take game 2. There needs to be a couple of draft changes coming out here, T.
Yeah, and first of all, the Abaddon gets through Liquid in the previous series. They banned out Invoke and Abaddon. This time, they let that through. They let Abaddon free, banning out Snapfire instead.
Yep.
I think Snapfire does make more sense when you consider the way Liquid like to operate their drafts. It's the massive Mind Armor pressure, and then we saw so many uncontested fire bombs just dropping in.
Pew, pew,
Neither Hellbear Smashers support could do anything about it.
It's also a product of the first pick. Smashers, now their first pick, Liquid wants to ban out Snapfire themselves because they want to give it away. And it's like, what do they rate more? The Snapfire that they just won with, or this? And then, yeah, instantly the Enchantress. I think the most enjoyable draft that Liquid play around is when it's the +4 Enchantress.
Yep.
The fact that we got to see how tanky and how obnoxious this hero is in the 4-0, going for the solo crest, going for the pipe, tanking up pretty quickly, and the force is this is a scary lane already now.
I was about to comment that they weren't going to go Slardar because you have that Abaddon for the easy counter initiate. Now you remove the stun and the minus armor debuff, but they go for it anyway. So it could also just be a product of new roles, right? Koifa's recently moved to the offlane. There might not be many heroes they have with 1 and 3 flexibility.
I think it's like two things here, because Smashers, when they normally pick the Abaddon, it's, here you go, with, as I say, with one of those bigger carries than like normally Medusa. And sure, now Medusa should have an okay time in lane if the Abaddon's able to support, but I feel like Enchilada, they're going to be okay. Abaddon, he provides like defensive nature. For example, if this was a troll pick, I'd be favoring Smashers so much more, because you have an independent carry that can play into the physical damage, but can also be left alone because Abaddon doesn't apply pressure. Do so though, if left on this island with no real kind of enable other than a heal and a shield, it can maybe be a bit worrisome. Going back to your point about Slardar though, I think just the clean concept of annoying in lane and instant Roshan is such high value for Liquid.
Yeah, it's true.
With the pace that they play compared to just going for more of a utility off lane, because it takes away that clean timing to play around. And now we get to see into the brain of Ace, because every ban will most likely be the, I don't want to play into this matchup.
Yeah, Anti-Mage, Phantom Lancer, probably the easiest two. I just hope that they actually go for stuns, because I see Medusa Abaddon. I don't want to have a draft that just can't actually team fight.
We actually have Liquid being the one to ban out the Leshrac this time around.
I think it's when you talk about stuns, if you look through all of Smashers drafts, they often only have, 2 clean stuns, and the rest are built around roots or slows and stuff. So Smashers,
what's the record again?
I wasn't saying it was working well, Kyle.
Oh, just for clarity.
Just a bit rude here, Kyle, aren't you?
Record of what?
He's just asking me to say that Smashers have not won a series yet. He's trying to belittle Smashers right now.
They have won a game against everybody.
Kyle's just being a bit mean, but it's fine. We forgive him, and we're moving on.
Secret, and OG have all dropped games.
But if they dropped 2 more stuns, they could have won the series.
Can you compare stuns drafted in the games they won versus the games they lost?
Okay. Game 1, no, that you can't compare that. Ace has played a lot of race.
I think that OG series.
Oh, you just looked at my note. Give me a second, Kyle. I'm crunching the numbers.
They lost with the Shaman.
All right,
That's
so
a lot of
they won a
disables.
game where they had literally 1 and a bit stun, all right, against Tundra. They won the series against Secret with
No
one
stuns.
Axe-Cool, a Root, and an Invoker.
No stuns.
They did triumphant against OG with a Leshrac many stun, 1 stun. Lion, any stun, 2 stun, and a Wraith King, 1 stun.
1
so
stun.
I rest my case.
That literally did not support your
if anything,
case.
2 out of the 3 victories
Yes.
were without stuns.
Well, the more okay, you're omitting the part where the Medusa Abaddon that worked had the benefit of an Invoker and a Bounty Hunter. So the whole draft can play with a hell of a lot more pace, and there's a built-in steroid for their Medusa, which is why Invoker is first banned out from Liquid.
Memes aside, though, Smashers have to draft more presence in the team fights. The games that they have played so far, they have been so close, but it feels like if they had that extra component of presence in team fights, it would be so much easier. So as much as we've kind of gone around this 1 or 2 minute circle of stuns and stuff, it is critical that they have that. Liquid now going for the Warlock. Both side lanes are going to be, one's pure aggression, the other is fully supporting enabling. And I think Spectre for Liquid rise up a little bit more because Spectre Medusa is an old classic combo to the old
really
days
nice.
of time.
Upheaval is also quite nice. Medusa,
Medusa
I can leave.
should do
if you'd
okay.
like.
I asked him a question. Medusa, what?
I thought it was a question to the floor. No, please.
They're
Yeah, I would say
Sure, go
that
on.
Spectre should do perfectly fine in that because the key thing with Medusa is getting on top of her and kind of killing her quickly. Spectre can buy both Skadi and Diffusal if needed with the Manta. But also Medusa can outpace that type of lineup. You go for Manta plus 1 item Butterfly, let's say, you can run over the time needed. What's your thoughts on the matchup, Carl?
Warlock involved against the enemy draft? Upheaval, I think, is an excellent area control. It's one of the few disables Abaddon can't really deal with. I think that's a key when you play against this 5-position Abaddon. Some form of control that just can't be denied. Doom isn't ideal against Dusa, but I wouldn't be surprised. It's a bit awkward because of the Earth Spirit pick. But I'm telling you, last pick Sniper against Medusa. Sniper against Dusa. Super
Who would
effective.
play?
I think Terrorblade's also a possibility.
Would Mickey or Samil play?
Yeah, either one.
Okay.
No, Sniper's the matchup. I remember like 2016, 17. It's like, yo, guys, let's pick Sniper against Medusa mid. It's
It
like
works.
You can never walk high ground.
So far, Medusa has not been played mid for Hellbear Smashers, though it has been played safe lane.
Yeah, but it's just throughout the game.
Yeah, the idea.
You have last pick. So Liquid here, they don't
want
have
to see
to
the true male
address,
Sniper. That's what we're talking about.
they don't need to address the Medusa yet, but they'd like to keep the draft open if possible. I think you just pick Sumail's hero here, and then you can still flex the Slard Art to a carry, but that's really not necessary. You see the Dusa, you once again see Hellbear Smashers and their win condition.
We're going to see a new
Real
hero
early.
for Sumo, right? Because he's played Leshrac
And
and he's played Puck.
Yep.
So this game will be Sumo's 3rd hero of the DPC.
Wow.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Death Prophet's also quite nice. That was something that I think it was, I don't remember if it was the old Vici or IG, but they used to do DP against Dusa and just take towers really early on.
Ooh.
Stress map control. Void is awkward though. I would have preferred what you were going for, T. I think Spectre would have been quite nice.
Void is like, you're playing into the fact that Medusa also needs time to farm, and that's where Void as a hero isn't too good in the game because the pressure that teams can apply right now is very high. But when the enemy picks a carry that is a little bit more jungle orientated, it enables you to pick a greedy hero. So that's where Void comes into play. It leans on Liquid's team strength rather than the matchup itself, because of course Void has damage issues going into Medusa. That is slightly offset from Fatal Bonds of Warlock, and then the haze from the Slaughter.
Did Misery change his shirt?
I wasn't looking that closely.
I think he did.
What's his shirt now?
It now says electric.
Yeah, it's
No, he had a hoodie on game 1, so he probably just took off the hoodie.
Okay.
now it's time to get serious.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
the long sleeves, I will say, not to make excuses, but that would explain a lot of Hellbear Smashers' inability to win that last game. If you're wearing long sleeves, it can mess with the logistics of your elbow tilt, and it can throw off the balance of your wrist on the desk.
No, but that only happened in the draft though, because the mistakes with the draft phase.
His sleeves are up too. I'm telling you, this is gonna be a new and rejuvenated Hellbear Smashers lineup now that the sleeves are up.
Okay, does the Queen of Pain fit in that new and rejuvenated lineup?
Into a Faceless Void and a Slardar. Could be better, could be worse.
The last time that we saw Hellbear Smashers play the Queen Pain was when they were against Secret, and they had the Beastmaster, and Stormstormer did die like 2 or 3 times by himself. In concept, though, of why they picked the Quap, it's the essence of that quick Orchid and that explosive damage. They have two front lines that enable heroes like Quap to get that perfect jump in, get that big Sonic Wave, and Medusa is such a kind of soak of the fight. You should always be able to play around it with Queen of Pain.
I think it's also the laning phase where you have an Earth Spirit who can now actually roam into a lane and find a kill. Abaddon and Medusa, you really can't be active in that lane. Maybe a teleport roll through can provide some sort of counter initiation, but you now have two strikers to try and make aggressive moves on the map and in theory dominate the mid lane. But as we've discussed, that's pretty tough to do nowadays with all the runes.
Yeah, you're not winning.
Give Liquid last pick as well to address this. I think Viper's a must ban.
I just like the idea of maybe not Quap, but if it was any other spirit, I think our kind of angle of this would be different. But it's a mid hero that plays the mid and instantly pivots to making plays on the map, right? Like if Medusa's free farming and you just bring the Quap in as well, now you're getting a kill and you're doing really well. You can instantly play into top. They're leaving the last pick for Misery. So with the Earth Spirit, should be a more lane dominant hero because Earth Spirit doesn't provide much, so you need a bit more presence. Really it just gives Quap a way to pivot around the map.
Good bans. They're both excellent against Void in the lane and throughout the game.
And right now, realistically, I think Centaur's the only option.
Why is Centaur? We just saw it get first two'd like every game in Eastern Europe, and now it's completely ignored.
The difficulty of Centaur this game is you play around movement, and of course Chrono mitigates that. But okay, it's Rasmus. He loves the Venomancer. There we go.
Yep, there it is.
All right, you're just gonna try and win lanes hardcore. Get a quick man to butterfly on Medusa and just run down the lanes and win the game. That's their plan right now.
Yeah, because Venom doesn't really play together with Queen of Pain, right? At the moment, the kill duo is only Earth Spirit.
Storm is a tough lane, but very nice in the game. BKB Storm just solves every issue Liquid's draft has, but it does make them pretty greedy. This is already a really difficult slaughter game. The lane will be rough, and then Venom wards just make trying to posture around a fight very difficult.
Oh, okay, they go for Windrunner. Nice.
Yeah, you like it?
I don't mind it because Windrunner's a hero. It's weak when there is instant tower pressure, and Smashers don't really have that built in. Their Venomancer should, in theory, dominate the side lane and have jungle control, but there isn't any kind of like overwhelming mid lane pressure that forces the Windrunner to feel that bad. And if you fully greed up, there isn't clean lockdown on Smashers. Windrunner is a hero that buys BKB, Maelstrom, Ags, and you have to get stunned, otherwise you're going to be windrunning non-stop throughout the fight. So I like the idea of Liquid's draft where it's less about winning lanes, just survive lanes, hit up big time and get an Aegis, and then we'll be able to run around. So yes, it's all about Smashers. They need to get the most out of the lanes. Stormstormer has to pop off and pivot and get kills with Rasmus and just make the map feel small, and then maybe there's a window. But for scaling and the win condition, Liquid has it.
Will be as fast of a game as last time then if Liquid get their way.
I don't know. I actually think this might go to a third game. This is the bread and butter for Hellbear Smashers, and I think that their draft's much better at addressing the way Liquid like to play Dota. You know, they want to be up tempo, they want to be really aggressive. It's much harder to do that when you have strong counter initiation. You have the advantage of having a Deuce Veno that sort of just make this ball impenetrable, and I think they're going to punish Liquid.
All right. So you think it's going to go to game 3? You do not think it?
I mean, it should, because I think Kyle's point was pretty good there about the whole idea of essence of what Smashers have.
Yeah.
And yeah, if they're playing their exact lineup that they're normally used to playing, so it should go to game 3.
Okay.
If they don't mess up.
All right. A lot of pressure. Don't mess up is the advice from my panel here for Hellbear Smashers if they want to see a third game against Team Liquid. We're going to find out indeed. Do not mess up together with Moxie and Purge.
Gosh, that doesn't sound hopeful at all if they don't mess up. My goodness. But yeah, you know, the Hellbear Smashers, they're bringing out stuff that they feel comfortable on. And the interesting thing I was thinking, Purge, is the fact that they have a lot of heroes that like the fight being brought to them, right? You've got a Venomancer who can sit in the lane. You've got a Medusa who also just kinds to want to, you know, just stay there and just shoot at things around her. Is this going to pay off for them, though?
It can. If you're forcing objectives and your opponents are forced to deal or respond to you, then it can work absolutely, especially with Abaddon backing those heroes up. It's absolutely can be a huge deal and make it harder for Liquid to engage them. But with that said, they still have pretty strong lane heroes. Taiga has consistently, in every game he's played Enchantress, like won his lane and dominated the mid game in an effective way. And they've also, it's kind of like similar features on the Liquid side as well. Warlock is better at being defensive. Enchantress will be the person in the front line that's going to make it difficult for Hellbear Smashers to initiate. So I think I like the fact that Liquid has better capabilities to get solo kills across the map or gank better. With the exception of reacting to either Venomancer or Dusa being tank frontline. It just should be easier for Liquid to get kills.
Well, we will have to see, because historically, you know, Hellbear Smashers, they like to take it to game 3. They enjoy, you know, trying to take that game number 2 and evening out the odds. But definitely a bit scary from what Liquid have coming out here with the draft. But again, like we said, a lot of these kind of bread and butter picks, you know, we've seen plenty of Tofu on that Abaddon. He'll be able to go and just try to keep people alive, tank up a lot of that damage too. So it'll be interesting. I'm excited to see who's going to be making the first moves.
Oh, both players messing up their block. Sumail easy breezyed himself because he messed up his block at the tier 2, and then Stormer let one through as well. So everybody sucks in the mid lane.
I was gonna say something nice, Purge. I was gonna be like, one person. What is happening? When are you the positive one in this duo? What happened to you over there? I'm gonna just blame it on the fact that you're lonely because you're not hanging out with us over here in Sweden.
So far, completely fair in the similar last hit in the mid lane, so it'll be okay. No major thing happening.
Such a Purge way of being positive. It'll be okay. It's fine. Sorry. Continue.
They both make mistakes, and it's really hard to like point out major errors for sure. Venomancer, very strong laning hero, classically against Void, so that last pick is generally going to be seen as great for Rasmus here in the safe lane. Decent harassment potential against Slardar, and Tofu should be able to offset a lot of the major damage coming from Slardar, but Medusa is a really slow hero, so she's got to be a little bit careful if Taiga is able to get it picked up. You have a sentry coming, he does. 2 sentries on the way, so he should be able to use those to regain control of the large camp, and then with the large camp, probably bully Abaddon and the Medusa.
This lane feels like it is going to be a bit of a struggle here for the Smashers. You can see Tofu can, but obviously it has to be careful in his positioning, especially as you get more levels online for the Enchantress and the Slardar.
And for now, great damage so far by Taiga. Still got a salve. Here comes his more extra. Actually, doesn't have any more regen past his salve, so it'll be a little bit weak after this. But he will be able to deward the camp now. So maybe large creep at 3 minutes. We'll see.
Top lane, Rasmus doing the best that he can. Do get the water rune snapped up here by Storm. A little sidestep there, making sure that doesn't immediately get cancelled. And Sumail should be able to bag himself the one on the top rune spot. I think a pretty even matchup though right now. 14-0, 12-1. No one's really running away with the game yet.
I would say that Wind Ranger is a slightly more proven mid-hero right now. Most of the co-op games we've seen have felt a little bit inadequate. With that said, she just got little buffs to Scream of Pain. The mana cost at later stages is not as bad. It's basically the same early, but it has a better AoE and a little bit less mana, so she should be able to accelerate farm. In fact, Stormer just didn't get Shadow Strike at all. And that's pretty fair, because realistically, she's not going to be able to kill Wind Ranger, because you have to use Dagger and a lot of right-clicks to kill people. So if Sumail could just use Wind Run and run away in dangerous moments, it's just not worth trying to out-harass. So he'll just go for farming instead. Maybe that'll make it feel better.
Bottom lane, Koifa collecting the first blood. You could see Tofu knew he was dying there, made sure that he got off one of those miscoils right off the end. That way he could just be as efficient as possible and keep Medusa's health topped up. But again, it's like difficult lane.
People, you're like, well, if I could still suicide, I would have suicided there,
That's definitely possible.
It's like rotting on Pudge right before you're about to die, for sure. Same thing. Faces Void struggling a little bit here, but he's getting a lot of heals from Warlocks. That's definitely offsetting this normally very difficult lane.
I mean, I feel like we see this a lot coming out from Insania in particular. He's usually on a hero that's able to either, replenish health or replenish mana, right? Because we had that whole stint where Keeper of the Light was very, very strong. So he's playing a lot of that. Otherwise, you see him on the Oracle, you see him on the Warlock, things that are going to help his core stay in the lane and, provide that sustenance.
Yeah, it's really important. Lane stabilizers, absolutely. Insania gets a side pull off, didn't get a stack off though because he had blocked earlier with a Sentry Ward, but still very good for lane control here. Nikke hits level 4, still struggling on regen a little bit. Insania's about to hit 3. This is going to give a much better heal towards towards Mickey. An extra 120 HP every time.
They're quite forward here, over here on Smashers. Look at this, immediately backing off the centaur, though. Just running over. We'll put out a little bit of damage here. But that's
fine.
scary.
I mean, if he uses Enchant offensively, they can just dispel it with Aphotic Shield. So, like, they are definitely forced to back up right now while Koik counter pushes the lane and gets full last hits. But the center will go away, and then he's gonna have to go grab another one if he wants to keep being aggressive. There's a Satyr Tormentor he could grab though, over by his Ancients. So pressure continues.
I'm just thinking in terms of, if they're able to stun lock up Tofu there, that could be potentially a problem because he can't shield himself if he is the one who is indeed stunned up. So I don't think the play yet, I don't think, is going after Ace.
Probably not. Mid lane's still really even here. Stormstormer getting more mana due to having blink capabilities. Rasmus gets low.
He's taken down thanks to these fatal bonds. They're just kind of, it's like a little bit of a flirtation here on this top line. You see Rasmus, dishing out a bunch of damage, Mickey just backtracking, or, having Insania heal him back up, and then they go back in for another play, but then Gilgir can't, it just back and forth here. We haven't seen any hard committals, it feels, for sure.
Yeah, I would not want to play this lane in the slightest if I was Faces Void, if I didn't have Warlock. It's doable here, but without Warlock, it would just be awful.
Oh no, the Hellbear Smasher! He's turned on his family. He's a traitor. That's fine though.
It'll die now. Just a little bit of, just did a little clapping. And now it's gonna run away. Camp is, and he's got another one. He's been able to keep the large camp unblocked here on Taiga's side and blocking the small camp of the sentry as well. So
Radiant structures are
a little bit more experience gives Koik, but tons of deny. He's got 12 already here. And that's going to put Medusa a little bit behind where they would want to be. And there aren't really any stacks made yet either. Here comes Stormstorm rotation though, top.
They'll be able to use a Sonic Wave and they take down Mickey, easy peasy. There's not any way that Insania can save him from that this time around.
Yeah, and that wouldn't happen if he was full HP, honestly. Like, keeping his HP at around, what, 80%? It was enough with the Rolling Boulder and the Smash and the ulti. So still no dagger points, but they just got the tower. Like, that is a huge play by Hellbear Smashers, actually. They actually kept the Void down a little bit.
Bottom lane, the bashes are real. Oh, that power shot not connecting, but it still is. Koifa will get the kill on Tofu, and Taiga will get Ace's Curry, and they're still making plays down here. They want this kill. Gilgir has made his way down, though, but there's just too much damage coming out from Sumail, so they'll get that kill. Looks like Koifa probably going to pay for this, as Stormstormer is also here.
Terrible for Liquid, getting 2 kills for the one. They're not going to take the tower, unfortunately, but Sumail got some experience, got some good power shots in. Not the worst. Insania picking up some levels on the mid lane. Now that the safe lane has been, now that tower's dead, there's no reason for Insania to try to play top anymore. It's just way too dangerous because the rundown distance is so far. There's no safety from a tower. He'd basically have to TP every time. So he'll just pick up levels on the mid lane to try to get 6 faster, but losing that safe lane tower is going to make things tough. Mickey's not going to be able to get as many creep kills. Venomancer's going to be able to control the jungle very well. He picked up a fast Tranquil Boots to basically offset any regen needs he has, and he's going to go for a Veil afterwards. A great way to amplify Venomancer's damage, and his teammates as well. Very good with Queen of Pain, and Magnetize from Spirit as well, so this fast Veil will be really useful.
You can see that they're just kind of struggling here to push Rasmus out of this lane, and again, this is a hero that he really enjoys playing, knows the ins and outs very, very well, so will be difficult here unless they have a large rotation to get rid of this pesky Hydralisk.
Smoke under a ward by Queen of Pain and Earth Spirit. They definitely saw that once. We'll see how they react. Stormstormer's almost got Blink maxed out. He still hasn't gotten Shadow Strike yet. Kind of an interesting build, but absolutely can work here. And looks like Insania is going to be the one that tanks it here. Gets spotted by the Plague Ward. He's only a level 4 hero, though. I don't think...
Right past him. Stormstormer, though, should be happy with this. They have to be careful they don't line up too hard here as Insania ticking down. They go for the Chronosphere, and they take down Insania, but Sumail is here, and they are just bursting down this Queen of Pain, plus the Shackle power shot coming out. Down will go Stormstormer. Now Mickey, chasing after Gilgir, is just going to push them away from his jungle.
That's the power of seeing the smoke. They absolutely knew there was a rotation coming. They moved Insania towards a tower. Sumail TP'd at the perfect time. Mickey was in perfect position. So getting the Stormstormer kill absolutely makes that worth it.
Top lane, they're still hunting. They want to get rid of Rasmus. Mickey has had enough of this bullying. The Veil will go out. A couple of these These bashes, though. Mickey needs a little bit of help here. I think he's going to be all right. It's going to be very close here, but no, he's got that heal on him. He's got the backtrack. He is fine. As Taiga here in the bottom lane, he's just poking at Tofu. Does have to be careful because there is Stormstormer making his own rotation. Off for Wolf, just nibbling over here, but you can see that Stormstormer's here. Taiga playing very carefully here, decides, all right. Oh, maybe they go back in, though. There's Koifa. No Blink Dagger just yet. Double fluffy hat on the Enchantress.
A little surprised Rasmus didn't get 2 points in Venomous Scale because it is a huge damage increase. With that said, Poison Sting is amazing against Faceless Void, so maybe that's part of the reason. But I wonder if he would have died maybe if he had more Gale. But or if he had his ulti and enough mana, it would have gone to kill too. Either way, it's fine. Still making space. They push out the lane, so Mickey is going to jungle now. He's got a Possess Mask as well, a great item to accelerate his jungling. And then I want to still even, so everything's pretty fine for Liquid despite the early tower death.
Look at Koifa. He knows that Tofu has just been sticking around here. He was hunting, but he will teleport out. Doesn't want anything to do with Koifa. Doesn't want to help accelerate his Blink Dagger. And Taiga's just taking over the woods here. They've got a lot of map presence right now coming out from the side of Liquid.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. They've got Infernal Golem as well, so if Insania keeps playing here around Faceless Void, he can help offset any potential deaths here. Break smokes, they're going to kill the Sentry Ward for free to protect their ward. Rasmus is still a little hesitant to invade. He's got the Veil, so he has lots of damage, but his survivability is not super high. There's another Sentry, they'll probably get the ward here now.
I mean, they spot Mickey over here. Gonna try to take some of these last hits, try to bully Mickey a little bit too. They are managing to do it. They have Gilgir nearby if they wanted to try to hard commit, but I think going down to the low ground, it's a little bit too scary for them. They're very close to the tower. Doesn't look like they're gonna quite chance it, but Rasmus will be as obnoxious as possible with his Venomancer and try to bully him out of the jungle, which he does succeed in doing.
Succeeding, yeah. That part is going really good for him. Lost the catapult top for Stormstormer, unfortunately, but this Orchid's getting a little closer, and forcing Void to cross the map a little bit has been helpful. Hellbear Smashers are effectively warded into the jungle as well, so you know that they can control this now. This is pretty good for Veno, but on the same vein, the same thing's happening on the other side of the map. Liquid's finally invading the enemy side of the map. Sumail has Maelstrom finished. He could dive this. It's a little dangerous.
There's a lot of people nearby. Taiga, all right, Koifa's here. The blink is then revealed as they get the jump over here onto Tofu. He's not level 6 just yet, and they go and they drop the rock. They'll chase them right away here. Tofu's ticking down to these bonds. So we're on the back lines. They're just gonna push them away with the Magnetize, but that is, of course, the Chaotic Offering that just got dropped, and they didn't manage.
They got one kill. They Power Shot came through to pick off Tofu as he ran to safety, but not completely bad for them. And they're still farming on Mickey, which is still good for them. His net worth is a little bit lower, but not out of the realm of possibilities. I'm kind of curious to see what Sumail does item-wise. Maelstrom is the standard Wind Ranger build. I really like the Mjolnir build right now as an item to transition to. MKB does atrocious damage per hit compared to what it used to do. It used to do like 75 magic damage per hit. Now it does like 44 or something.
Koifa just show up and is going to get deleted here by Sumail. Nice jump there coming out from Koifa.
And that Blink Dagger changes everything now. Because now Rasmus, who doesn't have very many survivability items, can't defend himself if he gets gone on like that.
That's scary. Oh, there's the Chronosphere catching over onto 2. The Sabaton's not going to be able to keep Ace alive as they're following up. Koifa gets a nice bash off. We'll follow up with the Crash the Line up here with the trees. We'll have that borrowed time proc over here, and Liquid will take the middle tower.
Didn't actually have Stone Gaze yet, but Chronosphere guarantees the kill either way. Not too uncommon to delay it. But the tower finally falls, and now Liquid has the map control, and they have a Slardar, so good luck, Hellbears. You guys got to fight into this, but Sumail's positioned really well. He does get Galed. He's in a little bit of trouble here. They don't have a heal. They'll force him out.
The Orchid now is completed for the Queen of Pain, so that is going to allow Stormstormer to make a couple more plays around the map, but the way that Liquid has been playing has been very tight, very grouped together, and it feels like whenever one of them is roaming, or rather whenever Koifa is roaming, let's put it that way, there's usually a +1 nearby.
Hey, you gotta be careful.
Okay, there it is. There's the Orchid. There's the Sonic Wave. Is it going to be enough there to take that Sumail? He's ticking down. Yes, they'll be able to find that kill. Is Gilgir still hunting? Won't chase after Insania here. We'll roll backwards. But focusing over here onto this tower. Tofu's just going to heal up Stormstormer, and they're going to continue to put down pressure. Koifa standing nearby, though. Just have to be careful. This is very obnoxious to play into when you're a Slardar with a blink, is that every time you're just going to get hit with some of these disgusting little Hydralisk wards. Plague wards.
Hellbear Smashers fighting back really effectively. They get that, they force them out of Roshan. The Orchid is going to be really useful against all these cores. Basically, the only one that's a little survivable is Slardar. But Void and Windranger are very vulnerable to not being able to cast spells, and that's why both of them, or at least Windranger is going for a fast BKB after Maelstrom. This is also extremely standard. You need to get this because too many disables counter Windranger. But once you get BKB, then it allows you to keep playing the game. But that was a huge kill. Who got the gold? Stormstormer did. So it's going to catapult him even closer to his next item. See what he goes next. Sanj Yacho would be pretty, or sorry, Sanj Kaya would be pretty good on Queen of Pain, maybe. He's gonna go treads first, though.
Ace getting spotted out here. Does have the Stone Gaze, though, so we'll be able to pop it. Taiga and Koifa, and we talked about this. This is the hit squad. Koifa +1. He's got the Blink Dagger online. Look how tanky this Enchantress is, too, with the two fluffy hats, medallion and whatnot. My goodness.
The medallion, too, really effective. 5 more minus armor. That's basically half of Slardar ulti, so Deuce has got to be careful. When her mana gets drained, minus armor is really dangerous.
Like they want to make a play, and they find themselves Gilg. They'll be able to go shackle them up momentarily. They need to block off. Oh, they don't even need to. Never mind. Koifa finishes off Gilgir. Says, get out of my jungle.
Really nice catch there. They'll retake their jungle, get some dewarding down here. Sania is so happy about 50 gold for sentries at this exact moment. A little scary.
Yeah, I was confused about that. Like, they both just kind of sat there for a minute in terms of like, wait a minute. I got to finish up this creep. Wait, and then Koifa's like, what am I doing? Jumps forward, but she's already, blinks away.
I think they were both looking on the minimap directly rather than on
They're
their
both
screen at that
shopping,
moment.
you know? Like, what am I going to get next? Huh. A little surprised, though, that we didn't see the instant jump there. Perhaps they were waiting also for, you know, some more backup. Who knows?
I got taken the top lane because he's a little bit more survivable right now, but Koifa still fishing for kills.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Those Plague Wards, man, they are obnoxious. As Rasmus, again, he is leading the charge into this jungle, and he's just being a thorn in their... As they jump forward over here, they go and they drop the Chaotic Offering. They're going to try to re-engage. Sonic Wave comes out, though. Koifa's already dead. Now Insadia running for his life. But Taiga joining into the fight here. Mickey looking for the opportunity. He just can't seem to find his Insania over on the side. He is going to go down. Taiga just
disengage.
Chipping away over on the other lines of Koifa, finding Stormstormer, gets a nice bash off. They need more, and they'll be able to have the lockdown with the Chronosphere. Sumail coming in hot with that power shot, and now Ace. He's already used the Stone Gaze. Sumail is hot on his heels. He wants this. He's hoping he can line up the Shackle. We'll be able to go and land it over here onto Misery. Tofu coming in with those Aphotic shields, buys a little bit more time. Taiga having to be careful, did get hit with that Veil. They need to just clear out all of these Plague Wards from their jungle.
It's really hard to deal with these right now because they're just preventing Koifa from reinitiating. Him getting Galed as well, making a huge difference, but surprising that they were able to kill Quap. It was very, very close. The Chronosphere jump was just on the edge, right as his blink was coming through. Great pickup with a Nether Shawl as well. Excellent on most agility carries because you have tons of armor, and getting just all this, like a free hood, better than a hood, is amazing against magic nukes like Quap and Venos. So this is the perfect item for Mickey here.
I don't think it's ever a bad game to find a shawl. There's always someone on your team that can use it.
Yeah, it's my favorite neutral item for sure. I love getting it in a lot of games.
Roll forward, trying to grab Taiga to get the signs off Insania, trying to keep him alive with the Shadow Word. Another roll forward here from Gilgir with the kickback. Sumail, he wants this though, is going to be able to go and shackle Gilgir over here to the tree. He's going to burn him down very quickly, and they still haven't managed to kill Taiga with all of this healing. Over on the side though, Koifa is getting kited. Rasmus though is going to try to get protected here by Tofu. Still kiting, still looking for this opportunity. Sumail though clicking away, trying to get some more of this damage off. We'll be able to go pop the shield again. Another one being tossed out immediately. Nice power shot coming through as Ace is wandering back in.
It's a fun game. They're spending so much time near each other, but it's like kind of difficult to fully commit to a fight, but they can cover each other. So it's a little bit, it's not quite as bursty as most of the games we watch, but it makes for some interesting, like, a lot of cool decisions being. BKB's been ready for Sumail that whole fight, by the way. He's just holding it. He knows he doesn't quite need it yet. If he gets gone on in a bad position, he's going to pop it. But for now, it's just going to guarantee that he gets to continue playing the solo killer for the rest of the game. And if you don't play Wind Ranger like that and you don't get to a position where you can continue getting kills, you're going to struggle on this here a little bit. But he's going the perfect build and he's queuing up Ags afterwards.
I do like how Taiga is now set into the role of cleaning out the jungle. He's basically the janitor over here for Team Liquid, trying to get rid of all of these pesky plague wards, because Rasmus has been an absolute thorn in their side. He's definitely playing this hero very nicely and bringing a lot of attention over to him and allowing Ace to get that farm up, because he is sitting pretty nicely there. Not quite as high as Sumail, right? 9.9k on Sumail, but Ace sitting at 9.5. So
I'm just a little unsure how Medusa is going to do against a hero like Wind Ranger. Like, I feel like Wind Ranger is just going to beat her as the game continues if their network stays the same. Because no matter what, like, Wind Ranger has incredible single target damage because of focus fire. And Medusa, yeah, she does a lot of AoE damage, but she doesn't do well against a Wind Ranger, period. Like, you just use Wind Run and you run away. It's that simple. So I just feel like if they keep this net worth distribution and we fast forward 20 minutes of the game, I just feel like Liquid's going to have the advantage.
it's definitely a problem that they don't have a whole heck of a lot of catch coming out from the side of Hellbear Smashers. They have plenty of slow, obviously, when you take into account that they have this. Oh, they jump forward immediately. Roll forward here, over onto Taiga. Sonic Wave, and it's just not enough to kill him right off the bat, although eventually Stormstormer will collect the kill.
That wouldn't hurt too much. Maybe a mistake for Taiga not to go with Hood this game. I feel like some magic resistance there would keep him alive, but it's still a lot of magic burst, so. And they have a Veil too. Like, magic resistance would be pretty solid this game. A little surprised he didn't go for it, but maybe wanted to go this Hurricane Pike instead, or not the Hurricane Pike, the Dragon Lance, just to deal with the wards better. It's not a terrible idea, but maybe in that, they lost that tower right there because he got picked off, so. Here they go, blink in, silence, there's the dagger, the ultimate, full follow-up, just a ton of magic damage. Pushing him away from the tower to lower his chances of living. He was a little close to living, it was pretty close. I feel like if he had a cloak, he might have lived. If he had a hood, he definitely would have lived there. Could have taken a fight.
That, or just the fact that, you know, he was silenced. If he got the sprites off, perhaps he could have survived more. You know, lots of coulda, shoulda, woulda. But over here on the side, Gilgear, he gets spotted out, and he sacrificed to Sumail. Really? And they're in the Roche pit, though. It's taking quite a while, though. I'm not sure. And look, scan, they know. They're on their way. Tofu has to be a bit careful. He's been trying to tank it up. Looks like they'll trade over here on Ace. Are they going to contest, though, is a question. They're going to get there fast enough?
They got the tier 2 bottom, which is okay. Like, oh, they're moving in now.
I don't know. I'm not sure about this Taiga. He's got the sprites up immediately. He's going to just wander into the pit. He's just going to get Yuled up. So Ace will be able to get the Aegis, but the follow-up is immediate now. Sumail looking for that latch. Not going to be able to quite find as the Stone Gaze gets popped from Ace. Doesn't want to have to deal with this, especially now that Stormstormer has just picked up a fresh BKB. So he's going to be able to create more chaos in these fights.
That is going to help for sure. So Liquid does get some map control. At least they didn't take the Shrine before they crossed the map, but they regained theirs. I think they're, like, it's not great for their opponents to have an Aegis, obviously, but I think this is not that bad considering. I don't really see them picking up a Medusa and a gank, generally, but this does give the Hellbear Smashers the ability to maybe force some, like, tier 2s or something like that. So, but I don't really see the Aegis as, like, a huge worry to Team Liquid because they have such strong team fight. They've got Golem, they've got Chronosphere. They can shackle 2 people pretty much every time after a Chrono is completed. So you're looking at a really fat stun here, and if Smashers are not careful, they're going to get team fight wiped here, regardless of the Aegis.
I was going to ask if this would be more of a farming Aegis for Ace, just to, you know, buy him a little bit more time, an insurance policy sort of thing. Because I didn't think that Smashers were going to be super aggressive, but you do see them invading, and there is a courier over here. It's going to be immediately ripped down by Stormstormer. It's Sumail's. Doesn't have anything on it, but
yeah, you already got deliver. It'll be fine. Farming, yes, basically. That's how I see it right now, for sure. It allows them to be a little bit aggressive in their positioning, but unless they get a pick off, I don't really see them taking a tower. Rasmus doing the right thing. He's cutting the bot creep wave that they cut mid and bot. It becomes very difficult for their opponents to push, but that's going to rotate Sumail to his mid lane, to enemy mid lane as well. He's almost for sure going to cut the next creep wave, and they just don't want to engage right now because it's a little dangerous. And in the same vein, Mickey is pressuring bottom. Knowing that he's relatively difficult to kill, they don't have solutions now that he has Manta.
And, well, they've got the axe completed here for Ace. They'll throw down the upheaval, try to slow them down just a little bit. The Sonic Wave, oh, it's not close enough.
Oh, no.
Oof.
The zero times combo, Moxie. You don't need an Arcana for that one.
No, you don't. That's an oof, for sure. But they are rotating back bottom now. They want to deal with Mickey. I don't believe they have vision. The roll forward. Oh, they have the Yules, though. They can set up the silence as well. They've got the Veil. And this is the kind of damage that we were talking about, although they don't manage to quite land that Poison Nova over here. Does have the Magnetize, though, on Mickey, and he's just trying to run away from the Gale. He's got that Poison Sting on him, and it's just so slow. But where's your lockdown here? Where's your lockdown, Smashers?
That was insane patience from Mickey. I would have meant it off that, like the Earth Spirit silence or the Gale or something. He was just terrified that Quap was going to show up at any time and orchid him immediately afterwards, and then he would die. But he just was patient the whole time. He knew he was relatively safe. They basically get a lot out of that movement for Liquid. They accomplished everything they wanted. They sniped the courier, they cut the mid wave, they cut the bot wave, and eventually Hellbear Smashers had to back up. They didn't get the tier 2 tower. They didn't use any big cooldowns, and Aegis is a little bit closer to going away now. So great movements there by Liquid. They've almost got Eggs on Wind Ranger, which is going to give them a lot of evasion. 30% base it gives now. It doesn't give as much movement speed as before, but still will be useful. Here's the roll in, the gank on Enchantress. Look how quick he is with that healing ward on him. Upheaval helps a lot too.
Oh, there it is. Oh.
That was really close. That was actually really close. It wouldn't have killed him. It was still a poor use of the ultimate, but
Sounded like the slow on Quap's ulti sounded like the old like AT&T like call.
it did sound like
right?
like a weird
Didn't
like phone jingle.
Yeah. I wonder if that had
When
anything to
texting
do
was
with it.
like really fancy. You're like, oh, you got to pay 10 cents every time you send a text.
Now I'm talking even older than that, dude. I'm talking
okay,
the before texting. Not going all the way back to rotary phones, but definitely sounded very strange there as Mickey putting some pressure here on this top tower. And everyone's really kind of spread out. You can see the Smashers are focusing over on the tier 2 in the bottom area.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Trying to just get something done here. They're still working on the tier 1. For the cheap price of 322, we can roll.
I don't have that kind of money. This game is going so good for Liquid right now. Mickey just takes a tier 2 tower on pressure. They're doing such a good job. And Quake's playing in the area. That way, if anybody comes back to counter push this, they can get a kill. He sits here,
TP.
and yeah, Smashers take a tier 1, but all right, it's going to be Gilger. Let's see if he gets...
He takes the bait.
Op's coming too.
The roll forward immediately. Eventually, yeah, there it is. Koifa jumping right on in. They do have the size, but he's got the Manta, like we talked about. He's going to be able to backtrack away. There's hunting over here on the side, but oh, Koifa pops the BKB, just takes down Gilgear. Over on the bottom lane, Tofu has been left behind. He does indeed pop the Taiga. This is kind of all over the place here. I think we've yet to see like one really big team fight, Urge.
It's difficult for Hellbears to force Liquid to fight, and Liquid is just way ahead of time, anticipating what's going to happen. So that's why, like, when they get at buildings, Mickey's like already threatening tier 3s. They're just reading the map and reading what Hellbears are doing, and it's difficult for Hellbears to stop it because of the nature of their heroes. Abaddon does not contribute to ganks at all. He's a counter initiator support. Earth Spirit is great at initiating, as is Quap, but that's it. Venomancer is just okay. Gale is very counterable here. And having Time Walk to be able to jump away for it already just does enough.
It's concerned that they don't have this lockdown as Koifa immediately, the silence comes out from Stormstormer, but the shackle and latches off to the side. Sumail's just going to rip him apart as Koifa will be the one who gets the kill.
That was cool. Nice play by Koifa to basically keep his hero in that position. I didn't see exactly how it started, but he knew his BKB was gone. Basically. Oh,
I think
that's an Eggs. That's an Eggs on Medusa.
Yeah, he's had that.
Stuns.
He has had that for a bit here. It's okay.
We talked about that way earlier.
Roll on in here, but they have to be careful. Mickey is here, and they put a decent amount of damage. They do have the BKB, so Gilgear will fall. They have to be careful again. They've got Insania nearby. He does have the Chaotic Offering. You've got many things if they want to go back in. That Shadow Word Shard also helping quite a bit here, but
Is under attack.
I don't know. How do you approach this fight right now if you're Hellbear Smashers? Because, you know, you've got heroes that want to stand their ground, that want you to come to them. And look at this route. Rasmus here, he's trying. He's being as pesky as he can, but it just doesn't feel quite as effective as it used to be. As Smell, when running over, looking for the shackle, manages to land it. They get the Aphotic Shield up, but look at this damage coming out. It's just not looking like Rasmus is going to be able to survive this as the power shot comes through, and down goes the Venomancer.
Smell does basically an infinite amount of damage with Focus Fire. It's just way too much to keep him alive, and they just don't have good enough AoE stuns to offset it. Yeah, the Venomancer did pretty good in the lane, but not quite good enough. And yeah, Deuce is going to make up for some of these stun deficiencies with the Ags build, but the game's feeling really hard for Hellbear. It just feels like Liquid is not really punishable.
I'm also concerned because look at the vision that Liquid has up and around the map too. It's just so hard for the Smashers to get out of their base and to farm or do anything because they, you know, look at this. We're even seeing now that Gilgear says, we got to get rid of these wards. We're going to get ourselves, you know, a gem, try to make space again, but the threat coming out from Liquid is just so scary.
Oh, and a Mindbreaker drop. Perfect Wind Ranger item. It's basically like it's better than a Javelin. It's insanely valuable for his single target damage. I wouldn't be really surprised if he doesn't use that.
They see Gilgear, and they can see Ace walking on by, and immediately the follow-up here from Samil. It's a quick pick-off there with the power shot. That is just a gem that is down on the ground as the chase is on. They're going to back off from Ace here. Look at how fast this Medusa is just jogging home. Doesn't want anything to do with this, but Samil is looking for that latch here. Wants to get the shackle off. We'll be able to go and find Raz. This is more than happy with this as they just burst him down. Unstoppable. And, oh, okay, Mickey is just, you know, playing around with Ace. A polite hello, goodbye. We're coming for your buildings.
Giving him the taunt. This is basically effective for him to have Shard here because the Chronosphere, like, they have so much room to play with. He can just, like, say, like, am I chronoing now or is it going to be later? And it's just going to force Smashers to have to play so much more defensive. Like, genuinely doing moves like that and just making your opponents feel uncomfortable is huge in pro games because it just makes them feel like they can't leave each other because at any moment that chrono could be real. And there's like no punish either for him doing that because their disables are weak.
Regeneration.
Almost have a completed Desolator now for Smail. It's already gotten a nice present in the form of a gem, and he's just got a lot of control this game. Just the way that Liquid is playing together and with the lockdown that they have, it's too scary for Smashers here. Oh my gosh, Gilgear just trying to do, you know, a little bit of something here. I was looking for the power shot. We'll sidestep it nicely. Stormer was providing some support there, saying, you can do it, buddy, you can sidestep it, but otherwise can't do much of anything else.
His damage is just a little bit low. I hadn't picked up the Mindbreaker yet, but they're looking pretty good for Liquid across the map. Their wards are great. Mickey gets to play up aggressive. Basically, all of their heroes just feel unkillable at this point, and you have to worry about Slaughter jumping out of nowhere and killing you. In the meantime, he's been farming, picking up an Ags here. Haven't seen one of these in a while, but it's still a great item.
Just puddles everywhere.
Regen, armor, and status resistance if he goes in. So very effective for initiating.
All right, Purge, how many Plague Wards do you think have been weeded out by Liquid?
I'm going to say 40. That's my guess.
I'm going to go with
41.
48.
Okay.
42? Oh, man.
That was really close.
Oh no, Rasmus though, caught in the middle of the puddle. He is just obliterated here as they go and they find themselves a Gilgear over here on the side. The Stone Gate does get used. See, Mickey is going to take a little bit of time off here on the side and he's looking for the Chronosphere. He just goes in immediately, finds himself the Deuce. The rest of the team is here. They've got plenty of damage, but they do get the Sonic Wave off, so they'll bass them up. But again, they follow up with that Cave offering, and she's tanky, but she's not tanky enough, Purge, because down goes Medusa, and the hunt is on. They're chasing after Rasmus. They'll be able to find the Venomancer. Tofu now running for his life, but Mickey says, come back here. He still wants this as he just chases after him. He's looking to get these bashes off. He's like, okay, you know, maybe I'll back off. Feels like Koifa doesn't want to, though, and no, he does not, as he chases Tofu all the way into the base. The Bash brothers are real, and Samel will clean up over on Stormer. Easy breezy.
Yeah, it's got the Mindbreaker and the Death Sun out, easy kill. And everybody in Liquid is so farmed. Everyone has items this game. Ags on Warlock, they just feel like they can do whatever they want because their cores are tanky enough. So
they are doing whatever they want, Purge.
So they just, like one or two of the heroes can just always be hitting creeps. Normally you have to sit as 5 like all game because the margins are so thin and staying alive. But just the draft matchups as the game continues here were just so good for Team Liquid.
And the racks are going down. There's no buyback over on the side of Smashers. They are just going for the finish here over here on Liquid. Zany just dropping down the upheaval. So stay in your base. You don't want to come out here. Titanic fixed up now here for Mickey. It's just looking a little bit too difficult, but they'll throw out the fortification. Look at Ace, he's so slow. Mickey running, boops him on the nose, goes right back to towers again. Doesn't want to get too overeager here. He's looking again, time dilation. The jump over here onto Rasmus. They've had enough. Like we said, this Venomancer has been a thorn in their sides. Although the disarm over on the side, but Taiga's just dishing out the damage over here onto Rasmus. Mickey gets the kill. And now it is Ace over on the back lines. They chased after Gilgear. They'll get that kill. And there's just no mana left here over on Ace. Mickey, though, he doesn't want to stare at her beautiful face just yet. It eventually does turn to stone again, but they'll go right back to hitting the buildings. Hoifman, though, he wants this. He wants this really badly. We'll end up progging, but he got it just a little bit too far. That puddle gives you some regen, but not quite enough there, friend.
Well, against Throne, good luck. Medusa.
They're trying. They buy back. They're going in again. The Sonic Wave. Can they blow up Mickey is the question. It's not looking like it's going to be enough because Gilgear, he will fall. This BKB over in Stormstormer is nice, but it's not enough to protect him as this Medusa just trying to dish out as much damage as she can, but she's getting stunned up. Koifa getting into position. And look at these split shots. She's trying. She's doing everything, but Ace is just not got the damage to take down the side of Liquid. Stormstormer gets chased down. The GG gets called. Liquid will take this in a 2-0 sweep.
Really well played by Liquid. They got past the dangerous part of the game. The laning stage for Void was dangerous. Veno does huge amount of damage, but they offset it with the heals and some safe play. They did die once to some rotations, and Quap's Fast Orchid was certainly a threat to a lot of their cores, but they bought enough time. They didn't get picked off too many times. They got the items they needed to become invulnerable, and then they just like did whatever they wanted to for the last like 15 minutes of this game because they got the Manta on the important heroes, and because they got BKB on Sumail, the game just became easy. So I can't help but look at this as like a draft